What if I told you that the key to communicating with the spirit world is already within you? It is in your mind. You don't need special tools, you don't need rituals, prayers, potions, lotions, theories. All you need is memories. Memories are the pivotal key to unlocking spirit communication. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can communicate with your loved ones in spirit from tonight. No more waiting, no more wondering, just solid evidence. If you're new to the channel, my name is Psychic Medium Jordan Coburn, and I can prove with evidence of the afterlife. I've helped thousands of people already on this earth plane to once again be able to reach out and contact their loved ones in spirit from the understandings and the teachings, and now it's your turn. Each and every one of you, my friends, can become great mediums, and here at Help Heal Serve, we can give you the very foundations to forge your own unique understanding, not to mention we have the loving and supporting Help Heal Serve family. I'd like to take a second before we go into this video and just say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone who's become a channel member. I can't believe how many members we have accumulated. Also, don't forget, to all of the channel members, we do have every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. UK time, the classrooms. You will find the link to every classroom in the members only post. It gets posted every Wednesday. Click on it, join, and you can come and ask your questions, come and shoot the breeze with each and every one of us on there. Also, I'd like to say a big massive thank you to every one of you channel subscribers. Thank you to every one of you who smash that like button, who share the content far and wide, who watch the videos from the start to the finish because you are determined, you are willing, and you have that commitment. Last but not least, let's say a big shout out to the haters amongst. Yes, the people who come to the channel to watch us, to talk about us behind closed doors. Each and every one of you, unwillingly and unknowingly, you are helping my message to grow, and the analytics prove it. So continue to watch it, continue to spread venom, continue to say we don't know what we're doing, because we're going to let our actions speak louder than words. One of the first things that each and every one of you have to understand with communicating with the spirit world is you are the key to being able to communicate authentically and efficiently with the spirit world. Yes, I said you. Your mind already has the tools within your imagination to be able to communicate authentically. And whilst I did say imagination, there's a lot of you going, oh, are you saying I'm imagining it? Well, technically, yes, but technically, no. Because for you to imagine something, you are forcing something to take place within your mind. If I was to say to you right now, imagine a white van driving along a old cobbled street, you're going to be able to do that because you are the one who is forcing that to take place. However, whereas you have the onus, you have that drive, that direction to be able to manifest that within your own mind, the spirit world can also do that for you. You get what I'm saying? So, like I've just given you that example there, each and every one of you have done it without a second, without a doubt. You've been able to imagine that scene. Well, take away the human, the vibrations that are coming through this microphone and reaching each and every one of you that have just manifested that in your mind within seconds. Take away the human, and now enters spirit. Spirit do exactly the same. Spirit are going to help you to imagine things, to be able to see things. And whilst, again, the words and terminology imagine kind of implies that you're just making something happen because you want it, that's not how spirit communication takes place. Whilst they will use it's the only reference point I have to kind of give you that example. That example there clearly shows a human being influencing your thoughts, helping you to have an imprint, helping you to make a scene happen. Well, the spirit will do that also. You've just firsthand, each and every one of you have seen how the spirit world will manipulate your mind into seeing what you need to see. And when I say manipulation, that sounds really like bad, doesn't it? It's not in a bad way. It's the word. Again, I use words that are going to be pivotal to you so you understand. It's no good me saying words that are going to be very complex and so forth. Not that you're not going to understand them, but remember that we've got to keep this basic and simple. We've got to keep this understandable for the everyday person. Because a lot of you who find this channel, you're going to be completely fresh into mediumship. You might have seen a couple of other mediums, and you might have seen people from entertainment, and you might look at the work I do and go, oh, well, he's completely different. And that's not because I'm ego driven. It's because I make this symbol. I tried to break it down into little bite-sized pieces, little chunks of nourishment for each and every one of you so that you can do this for yourself. Imagination is your friend in this life and also with communicating with the spirit world. Because the spirit world are going to do exactly what I've just done. They are going to tell you a scene and you are going to imagine that scene. When you know what spirit is, when you haven't thought about it and you start seeing. And you see what I'm saying there? Sorry, the energy is getting really intense there. We can see now imagination plays a pivotal role in what we are going to be achieving in this video. Because my friends, I'm going to help you by using a memory of a loved one to be able to connect to them. We are going to use the memory as a trigger point. That is going to initiate the intent within you, seeking and searching solace from the spirit world. One of the things that I would say to skeptics out there who stumble across this video and you think, well, actually, Jordan, I can see what you're doing and I can see why you're saying it, but aren't you really just kind of making the person's wants, needs and desires to come forefront, and you are effectively making them use a happy memory to project a thought or a reaction to take place? You would be completely right. But there's one thing that you are missing. By me triggering an emotional response within the human form, this is now searching for the spirit world. A lot of people don't realize this. And when we speak about intent and mediumship, intent is one of the most important things, because if every one of you watching this video, and I don't care what anyone says or what anyone's told you, you are all natural born mediums. What one human being can do, each and every other human being can do. Mark my words. Some of us do it a little better due to different understandings, but we are all able and capable to achieve great things as mediums. But there's something that we need to realize when it comes into mediumship. If you don't have intent, then you don't have focus. If you don't have focus, you can't have clarity. If you don't have clarity, then you don't have direction. You need to have direction when it comes into mediumship, because you are the one who is engaging in the communication. Otherwise, you're not going to get anything out of it. You aren't going to get your loved ones coming through. Yes, you might get random little pieces of audio using clairaudience. You might even see clairvoyance. You might even smell. You might even taste. There's many different clairsenses, claircognizance. You've got loads. We're not going to go down all of the different clairs because it's irrelevant for this video. We've got full videos covering them. But the thing that I need you to think about most is, whilst we've went in a lot about how I'm going to spark this emotional response within you, I need you to believe in yourself. This is only going to work if you believe my words. And I don't want you to be a sheep. Don't think for 1 minute I'm saying that you have to believe. Let us prove it to you. Let me prove by actions, not just words. But for this to take place, I need you to just put aside all of the rubbish that you've heard from mankind. Put aside the fact that you don't think that you are good enough for this to take place. Put aside the fact that you've watched entertainment and it looks so far out of reach. Let me be the guiding light in your darkened abyss. Let me be the one who is going to allow you and enable you to communicate authentically with your loved one once again. Give me that honor. Give me that privilege. The spirit world. It's difficult for the spirit world, because what yous don't see, yous are hurting, yous are suffering, yous want to communicate with your loved ones. But the spirit world want to communicate with you just as bad. It's easier for them to communicate with you, but you don't see it. So how frustrating do you think it is for them? How frustrating do you think it is for the spirit world, knowing that every second of every moment of every day they are trying to get you signs? Most of the time, you aren't listening. Most of the time, you're listening, but you aren't paying attention. How many of you see synchronicities? How many of you see angelic numbers? How many of you have these odd occurrences that keep taking place? This is all being sculpted by the spirit world, and that's why you found this channel. And if you did, remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and remember to put the notification bell on so you don't miss out on any future videos. With that being said, you can now all see and share the frustrations of the spirit world. Now you can imagine, not just from your side, but from their side, trying to aid you, just like they did in this life, trying to aid you with many of the tribulations, trying to help you and usher you along your divine spiritual path. They are by your side. So this is why it is exceptionally important for this video, for you to show acknowledgement and acceptance to your loved ones. I know that you found this video for a reason. What I'm about to ask you now is going to be hard. It's going to be, to some of you, it's not going to make sense why I'm doing this. But part of being able to connect with the spirit world and for this video to take place, we have to accept that your loved one is in spirit. And I know a lot of you are going, ha ha ha, that's funny, of course they're in spirit, they're not here. No, I mean within yourself, within you as a person. Acceptance is a big thing for the grieving process to be able to take place. And by accepting that they are gone, that hurts. Because that little piece of you that's been torn away, you feel that it's never going to be fulfilled. Problem is whilst it won't ever be filled again in the same way, we can start to cope. We can give you some of the tools to be able to communicate once again. I'd like each and every one of you to place your intent. And because a lot of you are going to be new to this, and even each and every one of you who've done this for a long time, I want you to do this as well. And out of a show of respect to your loved one, to prove to them that you are ready, you are committed, and that you want to communicate with them, I need you all to put their name in the comment section and write a passage to them. This is not only going to concrete to you that this is destined to be this video you are meant to find, but it's the first step in healing. This is one of the biggest steps that you are ever going to face. And I've got to say it from the bottom of my heart, I really empathize with you. This isn't going to be easy, just to type in those words, to type in their name. We don't need loads of specific details. We don't need where they lived. Keep all of that out of it. All I want is you to put the name in a passage that you want them to hear. They're going to see it, my friend. And that's why you found our channel. So down in the comment section, I want no excuses. For this to take place, your intent is going to be locked in by their name and the message that you want to give them. This is what I'd like you all to do now. What we're going to do now is I'd like each and every one of you to take a second and to think about the person that you are trying to communicate with, whether that be your mom, your dad, your son, your brother. There's many different facets. And I'd like you to think of a happy memory. In this happy memory, I'd like you to go a little bit more deeper into the memory. When we think of a happy time, initially we think of what happened and what made us feel happy in those moments. What I need you to do is to hold on to the memory, and then I need you to dig in deeper. We need to start seeing what we felt in those moments, not just on an energetic level, not just in an emotional way, but I want you to try and look at their face. I need you to look at their emotions. I need you to take that imprint that has been placed into your mind, and I want you to make it your own. This, my friend, is not just what is going to help you to connect, but this is forging your connection to the spirit world via your mind. By you having this imprint, we can then use this to your greater advantage to be able to communicate effectively with that person. For those of you who don't have any fond memories and you can't remember, don't worry. You can use a picture. Take a picture that you've got. Maybe you've got one that's been put aside and you can't look at it no more. This is the time to get it out of the drawer. This is the time to face up to the fact that they are no longer here. And this is the time for you to once again make communication take place. Because believe me, we don't mess around on this channel. and neither should you. Stop wasting time and let's get this sorted. Now that we have locked in that happy memory, or we have the photo, or we have anything that belonged to them using psychometry, I would like you to now say with me, I would like to connect to, then say their name. I would like to connect to, and say their name. I want you to repeat it 3 times. This is 3 times that you are reaffirming with yourself and with spirit that you are ready for this to take place. You are ready once again to be able to hear, to be able to smell, to be able to laugh, to be able to embrace with your loved one in the spirit world. Now that we have locked in our intent, that we have done everything that is necessary, why don't we let the magic take place? What I would like you to do now is you are going to take a deep inhale through your nose. You are going to hold it for 8 seconds. And then you are going to exhale for 7 seconds. You are going to repeat that process 2 times. As you feel your body start to slow, as you start to feel everything around you, we are going to then think of that happy memory. That happy memory that we are so fond of, that we remember sharing with our loved one. Remember the look of their face. Remember the words that were spoken. This is your golden key. This is the key to the spirit world. And now be ready to feel, to embrace everything that the spirit world needs you to feel in these moments. Your loved one is now with you, by your side. And although they are always by your side, now you can feel something different. There's a subtle change within the energy around you. And that's not because of my words. That's because you have actively searched for the spirit world. You are gaining that intelligent response that I was talking about at the beginning of this video. Welcome and embrace it. If you're crying, enjoy it. This is the release that you have been longing for. This is the release that you have been searching for. This is now your moment with the spirit world. And I'm going to leave you for 5 seconds. And I want you to listen to what they have to say to you. What I would like each and every one of you to do now is to document everything that you felt. Even if you think you've imagined it, document everything. You can redo this video at any time. All you need, you can do this process at any time. You really don't need to watch the video. I've just told you what you need to do. Every time it's going to change. Every time it's going to be completely different. You're going to have completely different outlooks. You're going to gain more information. That's why it's critical for each and every one of you. Please, please document the journey. There's going to be important information that you need to decode. There's going to be information that is going to come to you that is going to blow your mind. And there's one thing that being a medium's taught me is it's like that from start to the finish. And that's why to a lot of you, I deliberately leave the oldest videos I have on this channel is a reference point to how far I've come, to where I was a year ago. And a lot of you may think, well, that's a silly idea, Jordan. But it's the same in mediumship. In mediumship, you literally don't see the development that you are making. And I know there's a lot of you that are like, well, of course you do, Jordan. Of course you do. You don't. Like, seriously, because it just merges into one big bubble. You live, breathe, and dream it. And it just merges into one. You don't, a lot of you look at it like a college course or some form of degree where you are going to go through and then you are going to achieve the end goal and then that's you signed off and that's it. The reality with mediumship is not that. Because every day, every moment, you are developing a new sense. You are developing different abilities. You are entering into different environments. You are constantly learning. There is no end point for you to see. And this is what a lot of people need to realize. Documenting your journey is going to be paramount to you understanding how far you've come. So I don't want to recap this video. We've mentioned there about writing down the name in the comment section. You can also write this down on a piece of paper in the house. You don't have to keep writing it down in the comment section. I would actively encourage you for this video to keep it in the comments because it's a reference point to you that you have gone. It's acceptance. It's helping you to not move on, because I know a lot of you don't like the words moving on, but it's helping you to start dealing with it by accepting that they can see your message. Believe me, when I say the spirit will see your messages, they see your messages. And it's just as happy and cherished moment for them to see that you are taking the first steps in the healing process is what it is for you to start releasing that pain, that sorrow. Yes, we can't make it go away, but we can help you to start dealing with it. We explained why that was intent. You have actively wanted to communicate with the spirit world. We've also mentioned how the next stage of that, what is it that we were going to do? Yes, we were going to think of a happy memory. This happy memory is effectively the anchor point. It is where you have placed your intent. Now we are going to, I'm going to say the word ground, but I don't want it to sound spiritual because I don't believe in that nonsense. But we have now grounded ourselves. We are now ready to relish everything that comes through. And by us as a human being, acknowledging a happy moment and not just remembering the happy moment, but being able to use that is a directive. To use that is where we want to go with the next line of the answers, the questions that we are seeking from the individual that we want. Don't just look at the memory. Rip it to pieces. I want you to not just look at the memory. I want you to look at their faces again. I want you to hear what they were speaking. I want you to try and smell. I want you to use all of your senses in that imprinted moment to be able to heighten your state of alertness. And that is going to help each and every one of your clairsenses to be able to work in harmony when you are decoding information from the spirit world. Remember, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, your loved one is only a moment away. And each and every second of every moment of every day, they are by your side. They are chaperoning you through the darkest of times. And don't think for 1 minute that they didn't bring you to this channel. They now need you to start healing. They now need you to start relishing the rest of your life and embarking on the adventures that are forthwith. You are all going to become great mediums. And mark my words when I say this, if you don't want to become a medium and you just want to become the best version of yourself, we've got you covered also. But this, my friends, is the beginning of your journey. This is the start of a new version of you. So congratulations. And I'm so glad to each and every one of you who've joined us and allowed us to take part in this magnificent step that you are taking. I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring the video to an end there. I hope each and every one of you enjoyed that. Remember, you can do this at any time. To any one of you who done this video and you felt nothing, don't think for 1 minute that that's because the spirit world aren't there. Don't think for 1 minute that it's because this doesn't work. You've got to understand that there's a lot more facets to you as a person. Maybe you didn't place the intent like we said. Maybe you didn't do what we have asked. Maybe by you connecting at this moment is not the right time. The spirit world want to communicate with each and every one of you in the will. But what they don't want to do is to cause fear, to cause uncertainty, to cause unrest within a human being. They're not there to terrify the living daylights out of you. And I say this all of the time, right? There's a lot of people who want to communicate with their loved ones. And then you say to them, well, I can help you. And they're like, oh, I don't want to talk to spirits. I don't want to talk to ghosts. And it's like, well, what do you want? Do you want to communicate with them or don't you? Well, I want to. I'd love to. It'd be amazing, John. But they're terrifying. I don't want to. And it's like, well, there you go. There's your problem. That's why you found us. You need to learn from the channel so that we can help you to navigate the troublesome waters of mediumship. I know that if it didn't work for you, It's not because you're being punished or you're being penalised. So stop being hard on yourself. Watch the video again. Give it another go. Have trust. Trust is a big word, and I know that you look at me and you're like, well, how can I trust you? I don't know who you are as a person, but there's a reason why in this moment you are listening to my voice. There is a reason why you have been led to this channel. It's no mistake, my friend. We are the ones that are going to help you, and whether you believe that it's so far out of reach and you're not capable, or it's just a silly dream like most people would suggest, we can prove otherwise. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, why don't you consider smashing the like button and checking out the videos pinned at the top left and right. Don't forget as well, if you like the paranormal, we do have a paranormal section in the playlists. Also, we do have a How to Become a Psychic Medium series where I think we're up to episode number 18. To be honest, I slacked a little bit. I'm meant to be doing a lot more of them. So I do apologise to those of you who are following it. It's going to be over 200 videos long, but there's just that many different videos I'm doing. And members, don't forget, every Thursday, 7:30 p.m, in the post section on the channel, on the members posts, you will see the link. Join us for the classrooms. I'm going to love you all and leave you. And until the next time, bye-bye for now.